welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and like the video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. Thank you for watching.
Hello everybody, I just want to start off by saying I'm so sorry that this took so long to write. This will actually be a total of 6.5 parts. It is completely written, it's just a matter of me recording, which I am doing right now, so you guys will get a video a day. Now this is an assassin AU, so all trigger warnings apply. While these do still apply, this actually is not that angsty until we get later in the series. This is actually a lot more fluffy and comedic than I originally planned it to be. So I hope you guys do like that little twist. So it's like a comedic relief. We like that. And angst. But yes, I do want to emphasize on the point that this does mention death a lot. So yeah. Also, I've been doing my best to make these TikTok/YouTube shorts to get you guys excited and so you know what's going to happen. Well, at least get an idea of what will happen. So it gets you guys excited and want to come back for some more. So if you've seen this along with the second part, you kind of know what's going to happen and I hope you guys are excited for it. Hello my lovely viewers. Looking for some affordable and good quality anime merch? Want to support your favorite Haikyuu team or join UA? What about joining the Straw Hat Pirates for an adventure or two? Want to join the Black Bulls or the Fairy Tail Guild? Well, this site has that and so much more. Use my discount code and receive 10% off your entire order. Link and code is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. The night was cool, with a brisk breeze tearing through the late hours. It would have been a pitch black night if it weren't for the colorful display of colors lighting up the sky. The smell of gunpowder faintly lingered, but in a good way that brought smiles to small children and even the elderly watching from their porch step. This was a cause of celebration, but also one of loss. A raven boy wearing a mask, concealing his face from the world, emerged from the shadows with a knife in hand, his fingers gripped tightly around the handle while slowly creeping up on the blonde boy. The boy was alone from everyone else, who was busy celebrating the new year. However, when he was alone, casted away from the world, the raven noticed the dreamy look in the latter's eyes, staring up at the sky as the fireworks lit up the night. He halted in his footsteps, hearing the boy speak. Wait. His eyes narrowed in confusion, wondering what he would say. How had he known he was there? He was quiet, and the boy hadn't even looked his way. Let them finish first. His eyes never left the sky. The raven's eyes widened. He knew what he was there to do. Was he not going to fight back? Run? Nothing? The blonde smiled, seeing a bright blue firework shine brighter than the others. It reminded him of his twin brother, his dead twin brother. The raven scoffed, sheathing his knife, and sat next to the boy, letting the fireworks deafen them all. As far as he knew, the boy next to him was innocent of any crimes. He looked about the same age as him, but work is work. After all, in minutes the boy next to him would be dead, and he would be going home. Aren't they beautiful? He muttered underneath his breath, not quite expecting it to reach the latter's ears. But it did. The raven looked from the sky, glancing at him. There it was again, that dreamy look. His golden eyes never left the sky, but it contained something that he hadn't expected. A heavy sadness. The raven stayed silent, just looking at him. Why was he sent to kill him? He didn't like missions like these. He'd prefer to rid the world of evil. But this boy was no evil. He had a beautiful soul. That's what he hated. It would have been much easier if the boy had been convicted of some crime. It would have put his soul at ease. The finale finished, and the blonde finally looked over at him, eyeing his appearance. I'm ready now. What? Did this boy want to die? What's worse was he smiled. It was beautiful in every aspect. Sometimes he really wished he could just turn off his emotions. This was becoming troublesome. He sighed, standing up. Just what are you thinking? The boy sat up, leaning against a tree trunk, looking up at the taller. You're going to kill me, aren't you? He bit his tongue, not liking the sound of it. He knew he was sent to kill him, but hearing it like that. It's my day off. He lied. His one objective was to kill Atsunomiya and bring his body to the higher-ups. I didn't know killers had days off. He giggled, making the latter frown. Mia. Atsumu looked up, surprised that he knew his name for only a moment, before realizing it would have only made sense for him to know it. Do you want to die? Curiosity was gnawing at him. He looked back up at the sky, seeing the cloud of gunpowder dissipate, revealing the stars beneath the smog. Yes. No. His eyebrow arched, only more questions forming in his head. He was earning too much already. This wasn't good. At this rate, he may not be able to deal the finishing blow. Maybe it was just an off day. He needed more answers, and maybe then he can kill him. Look out for yourself. I'll be back. Atsumu laughed, this time clutching onto his side from the aching pain of laughing too hard. Come on, isn't that cruel? You're going to kill me, yet you tell me to take care of myself? Isn't that almost ironic? He left, only one thought circulating his mind. Atsunomiya, what a strange boy. One off day turned into one off week. SakuAtsu spent those days stalking the blonde, learning about his way of life. During that time, the Raven wondered if maybe his life could have turned out the same way as his if he didn't turn on this dark road of killing. Atsumu would always start his morning by going to a local coffee shop, ordering the first cup to drink and sit inside the store, chatting with the workers there, and ordering an additional one for on the go, where he would walk to work, a bookstore. SakuAtsu would catch himself smiling whenever the blonde would find a book from the shelf and take it to the back to read. He even got scolded one time from his boss, which SakuAtsu did not like even in the slightest, from hiding away to read. Read on your own time, he would say. SakuAtsu couldn't put it down, but his intuition was saying something about his boss. It was typically right. It made him feel uneasy. SakuAtsu watched Atsumu walk out of the bookstore, just clocking out from work when his boss followed him out the door. Well, it certainly didn't take long for his suspicions to be proven so quickly. Hey, Mia. The blonde turned around with a rather hesitant smile forming on his lips, facing the older man. Yes, did I forget something? SakuAtsu leaned in closer, trying to hear the conversation clearly. He never was this newbie before. Damn it, Mia. No. He answered coldly, his glare attempting to pierce through the blonde's skin. The raven narrowed his eyes, recognizing the older man's stance, more of the way he was carrying himself. After all, that was how he carried himself. The one of a killer. Sekisa jumped up from behind the wall, getting in between the two. Damn it. His body moved on its own. It's you! His eyes widened in surprise, jumping back, wondering if he was there to finish this pitiful game of hunt and kill Atsumu. It's me. He said in between his teeth, still trying to process what exactly he was doing. What the hell do you think you're doing? He rashly grabbed onto Atsumu's arm, resulting in a high-pitched yelp being yanked to his side. The raven responded by grabbing onto his other arm, glaring at the man. Last time I checked, taking a stroll wasn't a crime. I just so happened to be walking around the area. Or stalking them. And I witnessed you nearly harassing him. The man snarled, gripping tighter onto Atsumu's wrist, making him wince in pain. I wasn't harassing him. Now butt out. But you were going to. He quickly added, stepping closer to the shorter man, looking down at him. Don't talk like you know anything. Then what do you call this? He gestured to the blonde's arm that was slowly losing circulation in his fingertips. Let go of him. For a long moment, they both stood there, glaring at each other. Atsumu stood there awkwardly, just wanting to go home and ice his aching wrist, or die, if that's what Sekisa came there for. He could add a spontaneous twist to his day. His boss scoffed, finally letting go of his wrist and leaving. Thank you for that. Quit your job. What? He was baffled to say the least. He realized his killer had an odd way at expressing emotions. He was cold-hearted, yet cared. He did little to show empathy, but would step in. It was confusing. Plus, could he even label him as his killer anymore? Sorry, I can't do that. I kind of need it? Then find another. He just always had a dry reply for each excuse. Where do you live? Atsumu rolled his eyes, grabbing his bag that fell to the ground whenever he got grabbed. Please, don't humor me anymore. You know where I live. You were sent to kill me? Touché. By the way, when are you getting to that? He slung the bag over his shoulder, continuing his walk home, not minding that the raven was following him. After all, it wouldn't change anything. I'm getting to it. Really? He laughed dryly, glancing towards the setting sun. When exactly? I do have a busy schedule and need to make sure I have room for that. He joked, teasing the assassin, partly wondering if he could tease him enough to speed up the killing process. Very funny. Whenever I need money. He answered truthfully. Atsumu nodded. He guessed that even assassins also need to work for their income. It never occurred to him like that. So when are you getting a new job? The blonde groaned, swinging his shoulder into the raven's. Are you going to give that up? No. What if I said I was not going to? The raven shrugged, glancing to either side of him, noticing the swift movements of other assassins. He'd taken too long. Now, other assassins were after Atsumu for the bounty on his head. They were surrounded. Hey, are you even listening to me? He patted, tugging at the assassin's jacket. The raven bent down, grabbing onto the blonde, swinging him over his shoulder before breaking off into a sprint. Atsumu yelled before going silent, hearing a gunshot. Shit. SakuAtsu turned the corner, losing the first guy ducking behind a dumpster. He set the blonde down, slapping his hand over his mouth to hush him. He put his index finger over his lips, ushering him to stay silent. In one quick, swift move, he unsheathed his knife and stepped out from out of the shadows, reminding Atsumu of when they first met. The blonde was panting, mainly from the fear that crept up at him, hearing more gunshots and grunts from fallen assassins? Was this a fight between assassins? Were they fighting over him? Surely he's had fantasies of being fought over, but to kill him? He certainly thought his looks were better than that. He startled, seeing the raven pop up from the side of the dumpster. In that moment, he screamed, punching him in the face, gasping, realizing who it was. Oh my, I'm so sorry. I thought... He silenced, seeing the raven put his hand up, rubbing his jaw. Damn, you have a strong punch. Thanks? The raven had laughed, wiping some of the blood from his clothes. Atsumu could have swore he felt warmer, hearing his laugh. He cursed that his mask was in the way, concealing his smile. Come on, I don't think that was all of them, but we need to hurry up. He offered out his hand. Where are we going? The raven smirked, feeling the smaller's hand grab his, fitting perfectly in his. Well, I usually take people on a date before I take them home, but it seems we've overstayed our time here. Atsumu flushed. Was this the same sharp, cold-hearted killer? Well, that wraps up the first part of this 6.5-part series. And do not worry, I promise this will only get more chaotic from here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like to be kept up to date, check out any of my social medias. I hope that you all have a wonderful day or evening.